Hey, what's up everyone? DominatorTx coming at you Tuesday, June 2nd. I just wanted to show you, you see, I'm playing somebody that has Glen Rice as well as Wilt Chamberlain and a bunch of other Galaxy Opals. And I've decided that the defensive settings, any kind of settings, is a big waste of time. Again, as a scientist, I'm all about data, and I'm all about, controlling variables and then trying to figure out cause and effect, right? First you have to have hypotheses, first you have to have theories, and then you test them out. So for the last 2 months, I would say, I have really wanted to do unlimited in terms of trying to go 12-0, just like everybody else, right? But before that point, I was completely happy just playing this game. I completed the agenda, I got the platinum trophy, and collecting my favorite players, and playing triple threat, dropping 500 balls. I mean, all sorts of other things, right? The game is fun, there's no doubt. I don't like the pack odds. I don't like the fact that they haven't given me a 2,000 token GOAT LeBron, but that's nor here nor there. We can't get everything we want. But anyway, so about a month ago now, I guess, I don't know, to be honest with you, working from home, every day is just running into each other. Let's say 3-4 weeks ago, I finally got Kobe, and I thought, okay, I have Kobe, you've seen my GOAT squad, I have LeBron at point, Ben Simmons, and then I finally evolved every player after the nice upgrade 2K gave us. I evolved Melo, which was very difficult. I evolved Derrick Rose, which makes him essentially a top tier point guard, even though he's only 6'3", and I actually love playing with Derrick Rose, so he's in my GOAT squad. And then I finally broke down and bought KD, as you can see, because he was rated #1 small forward by 2K. I don't know, this was, somebody tweeted that at me, but anyway. So I've been trying everything, 1 Galaxy Opal and 12 bronze and GOAT squad, and then one of the things that everybody says, everybody, YouTube, Twitter, people that beat me, that are nice enough to talk to me after on PlayStation, they all say, oh, you got to change the defensive setting, you got to change the defensive setting. Okay, well, I have, and I have not. But basically, I either win or lose, it really doesn't matter. So I guess my point to you is, why waste the time trying to change your settings when it really doesn't do anything for you? You want to know how you win these games? Okay. 1, you have to get very lucky. You got to understand, millions of people have this game. At any given time, 2K will never tell us, right? But because I think they can't tell us, because that implies when we complain about servers not being good, that we are correct. Meaning, if you have hundreds of thousands of players playing, but they only have X amount of servers, that's why we dance around and there are server issues. They don't want to admit to any of that, right? Because 2K, and I don't blame them, it's capitalism and I believe in it. They're here to make money. So they're not going to buy servers in access. And it's all about the bottom line, and it's all about profitability, and it's all about making sure that everybody wins. They have Two Bros Gaming. I'm sure he's making tons of money, so they have to pay employees. They have to pay somebody to load these things, design these things. So I get it. So with that said, if you think about it, there are probably hundreds of thousands of players playing this game, and you telling me I can't go 12-0, meaning I can't beat 12 people out of 1,000? Well, so I think at the end of the day, what I have learned is that has nothing to do with settings. So all these big time YouTubers that say, oh, you know, try this setting and make people quit, you know what they don't tell you? You should already realize this. They are very good players to begin with. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on YouTube in the first place. Something about them and their skills with this game, and they probably, most of them have been playing this thing since 2K, you know, 0, right? So they know how to play the game. They're very good at it. And they would win even if they didn't touch the setting. That's my point. So anyway, so I run into this kid, Pokemon guy. He's got Glenn Rice and he's got Wilt Chamberlain, and you know, he's pretty good. But as you see, I haven't touched my defensive settings at all. The only thing I'm cutting out is the timeouts. And then towards the end in the fourth quarter, when I have a pretty good lead, you know, this video is already 20 minutes, so I'll cut that out and I'll show you how the game ends. But bottom line is, I'm playing 2-3 zone, and I'm playing as best as I can, off ball, on ball, and okay, so that was a timeout. We'll come back, and I'm trying not to rush myself. I guess that's my second tip. You know, it just, if you're really good, you're gonna win no matter what. You just gotta have the right kind of players. Oh, I got lucky there. And you know, I mean, like I said, it's all about getting matched properly. I can win 12-0 because I've won probably 100 plus games in Unlimited, not just not 12 in a row, right? And same thing for you guys. If you play Unlimited, I'm sure you've won at least 12 games. Think about when you have won. Well, you've played some close games, I'm sure, but majority of the time, you are not going to beat somebody that is better than you, that's going to beat you by 20, 30 points. I don't care what kind of cards you have. You could run into a bunch of diamonds, and I have, that greens everything all game long, and they beat you by 30 points. I mean, what can you do? You know, I mean, like even this kid, he is moving around and getting open, and I try to do the same thing because I'm finally figuring out how to shoot online, but I can't get open. So you know what? Everyone always talks about, well, take what the defense gives you, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm up by 10. I'm still not feeling confident because, see that? I don't know how they're doing that. I mean, I take my player and I try to do the same thing, except he's all over me. Is it because of the settings that he set? Well, I've watched a bunch of YouTubes, and then I've done my research. I've talked to players that have gone 12-0, and they all say, oh yeah, you got to do the defensive setting, tight this and tight that, and force them to the middle, and I've tried all those things, and it really doesn't matter. You know, I win some and then I lose some, whether I have the setting on or setting not on. And what it always boils down to is, have I been matched so that I can at least have a chance to win? And if I'm matched with somebody I don't have a chance to win, I'm not going to win. It doesn't matter if you do the setting or not. So that's my huge tip, and that's my huge revelation. The ones that are going to win, they win anyway, regardless of the setting. And if you're going to lose, you're going to lose regardless of the setting. So why bother? I will tell you, because I was all about these settings and I believed everything I've watched on YouTube just like everybody else, and I'm trying to sit there and change my defensive settings, wall up, perimeter, play physical, run in transition or rebound. I mean, it all takes time to do it, and as you're trying to set these things up, they can score on you, right? I mean, I've seen, so I think my point is, rely on your skills and hope that you get paired with somebody that you can actually have a chance to win. I would say 2 out of every 10 games in Unlimited, I am matched with somebody that if I played them like 100 times, they would win 50 and I would win 50. So I would say our skill sets are pre-matched. But at the end of the day, I get paired with players that 2K should never pair me with. It really shouldn't be about 13 Galaxy Opals, 97 overall rating, matching against 13 Galaxy Opals, rating of 97 overall. No, it should be about what is their winning percentage. So like when I play Park, the ones that are legends, they won 90% of their, 3 versus 3, rec, pro-am, what have you, 90%. So they're already skilled. I mean, they're already really good. Whatever they're doing, their build or whatever. And then, of course, they play, 20 hours a day, and that's all they do, so they're really good. I get it. But I've also known several players that have won 8%, 8. So you think about that. If I run into somebody like them, and I'm right in the middle, I'm like, 50%. If I run into somebody that's won 8%, even if they're a superstar 3 and I'm superstar 1, it doesn't matter. They're not gonna beat me. Same thing here. It's just, but what you don't see in my team are these statistics, the win-loss percentage. But if 2K were to match me against somebody that has 50% winning percentage in Unlimited, or 60%, whatever my percentage is, not based on the cards you have, I think it would be way more competitive. Why they don't do it, I don't know. I think 2K, has a huge opportunity to make a huge improvement in matching. And I mean, like this guy and I don't know. I beat him, but I also feel like I wouldn't beat him but 2 times out of 10 times we would play, because he's just a better player. You'll see, because the way he gets free and shoots and makes threes, I'm lucky. I don't know if I'm getting better. I guess some of that is true. But somebody like him, I should never beat this guy. I'm sorry, but you'll see, he has a lead now. And I'm thinking at this point, okay, I guess I try to learn from watching this guy play. And then I put Carmelo in, and he does things like that. So Carmelo, it's kind of funny because I evolved him, and I know he's a better player. After he has, six more Hall of Fame badges than when he only had 39. But see, it's things like that. I don't make a mistake. I make the threes when I'm open. I don't force threes when I'm not supposed to. And then when he's open and he misses his 3, well, that's a huge win. And anytime he makes a 2 instead of a 3, that's another huge win. I don't know if you remember seeing, there was a statistic. I don't know if they showed it yet. There's one stat where it shows he has shot 21 threes and I only had 2. So, I tell you, in triple threat online, you cannot shoot just 2s and try to win, because you're going to run into people that shoot 3s, and if they get 3 points while you get only 2, you do the math, trust me, you're going to lose. See, like, I'm just taking what the defense is giving me. I'm not really sure why sometimes I have straight path to the basket, but see what I mean? Why? How did he get so open? I mean, I'm lucky he didn't make that, but I would love to be open like that, because I think even I can make 3s when I'm that wide open, right? But anyway, so we're in the second half, and you've seen the fact that I haven't touched my defensive settings at all. I do go back and forth between 2, 3, and man, only because I think when they're making 3s, I think you're supposed to switch. I don't know if it helps or it doesn't help, but I feel like he was making way too many open 3s when I was playing 2-3 zone, and I switched to man, and we shall see how the game plays out. Right now I have a 3-point lead. At any given moment, I feel like he can make a 3 and retake the lead or tie the game. That was dumb. I didn't mean to do that. Now, in terms of, see what I'm talking about? Dr. J made that from half court. See, he's wide open. Yep. So that's one thing that, you know, there are 5 players and you can only control 1. So CPU, obviously, this is where, oh my goodness. I'll be honest, at this point of the game, I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be a blowout. I feel like Shaquille should make a shot like that, but I got lucky there. I really did. And then that's good look. Now something like that, if that happens 4 or 5 times in a game, I have to take advantage of it. I mean, that's just ridiculous to me that Dr. J can shoot threes from that far away, and I try to do the same. Of course, timing is off, and brick. Yeah. So that's one thing about this game. Unless you have a tireless shooter badge, Hall of Fame, majority of players will get tired 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, and they start missing. I will tell you, I have seen that time and time again. Having good rebounders is a lifesaver. And then that right there, it's things like that. Derrick Rose, after the evolution, is so good. This guy, man, this guy's really good. So I'm trying to get cute, trying to catch him off guard and steal during the inbound. It doesn't work here, but I'm thinking maybe I'll try again later. I mean, like I said, there's a difference between winning and losing if you can get lucky and get 2 points out of a situation that you weren't supposed to. I mean, that right there, that's a great play. Sometimes, of course, close shots don't go in, but I had already pressed the appropriate buttons so that by the time he got the pass, all he was going to do was execute the fact that I wanted him to shoot, and he dunked it. So, of course, I don't recommend that with just any point guard or shooting guard, but Kobe has the right kind of badges as well as right kind of attributes to be able to dunk underneath the basket like that, even in traffic. Now that right there is why they call him the king, I guess. See? Yay! I caught him off guard. I don't recommend you doing that because, you know, they will figure it out, but, you know, once or twice a game, I think that's worth it. Just like this, that only works once or twice a game. But you know, a lot of these once or twice a game things can add up to 10 points, 15 points. And of course I think that's Larry Johnson. I mean, come on, man. I just don't know. Now see, I think I was supposed to shoot a 3, but I had a clear path to dunk, so I chose that path. And also I should be running the clock down, because that's one very good strategy. You know, if there's no more time left, then they can't come back and make a bunch of threes like that and beat you. So I am trying to be cognizant of the clock, trying to use up as much as possible, but at the same time, if things are like that are open, I'm just going to go right in. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident. You know, I did make one lineup change. You know, I did insert Derrick Rose, which means, you know, Porzingis. Well, even though Porzingis with the Hall of Fame clamp, and he does have, he fell for it again. Even though he does have plus 10 points to perimeter defense and lateral quickness, he is just, to me, not as good as having D Rose as my 13-man rotation. And I put one and only Scottie Pippen, one that I evolved from Pink Diamond to Galaxy Opal, because his numbers are so good. See, I was supposed to make that shot, and I did. So good job me, good job Dom. So anyway, Scottie Pippen's numbers You know, first of all, he has 99.3. His perimeter defense and defensive consistencies are damn near 99. If they're not 99, I can't remember right this second. That was a really good play. He gave it to me, so I took it. So fourth quarter, and I am going to cut a lot of this out because as you can see, I proved my point, no settings, and I'm still doing really well. And eventually, I literally cut out probably 8 more minutes, and I don't want to bore you to death. So here's 1 minute 13 seconds to go. As you can see, it's a closer game, and then he does that. So is it panic time? Well, maybe not. It's 1 minute. He can make 2 threes. As you see, he's a good shooter. He gets open. So I guess that's my next thing, trying to figure out how I can get open. I mean, to me, at this point in the stage of the game, with a minute left, I think 2 points is premium. So, you know, he gave me that lane and I took it. So he makes a 3. I'm a little concerned that he could easily come back. Right now, literally, I'm thinking, can I get to the lane? Oh, yeah, of course, Magic Johnson, Galaxy Opal watching you. You're not going to have a clear path. And right now, I'm just going back and forth, hoping my 4 other players that are controlled by a computer are going to do the right thing by me and get open. And they don't. But that happens. I'm telling you, before I evolved him, he would have never been able to do that. So he's going to shoot 3s and 3s and 3s. And I'm rotating my players. So very good, very good. Playing better defense without changing any of the settings. Does he make this? No. And I think that's when I figured I was going to win the game. Oof, nice block. Okay, so 5 seconds to go, he does this. So anyway, I get the win, and I've played 2 games without touching any of the settings, and I'm 2-0, and we shall see. Peace out.